Hi. Thank you for letting me pet you. No.
We're here. Okay.
All
Alright.
right. Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Editing the Academy. I'm Darryl.
I'm Laura.
Side clap. I don't know what that is.
Side clap?
Side
Usually
clap.
do like a mini clap.
Well, that was for our top 20.
Oh, right. Okay. Alright.
So maybe we'll do a snap.
There you go.
All right. So our new venture that we're doing is we're trying to talk about more contemporary movies that are being released, although these come out like a month after they were released. But
This is true.
And the movie we're here to talk about this time is The Roses. Just came out 2 weeks ago?
On Netflix. I think it was out in the theaters before then.
Okay.
Or online. Yeah, I forget what service it's on.
So The Roses is a reimagining of the 1989 War of the Roses with Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
This one was directed by Jay Roach from a screenplay by Tony McNamara, based on the 1981 novel The War of the Roses by Warren Adler, again, a reimagining of the 1989 film. Stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Olivia Coleman, Andy Samberg, Allison Janney, Belinda Brummelau, Sunita Mani, Nakudi Katawa, Jamie Demetrio, Zoe Cow, Kate McKinnon, all in the supporting roles. There you go. Interesting facts.
Alright. I didn't get any interesting facts. I just watched this movie and here we are. I'm sorry. I am completely unprepared for this.
Not a word. Not a word.
Not a word. I will say that it's interesting that they not only kind of reimagine but reimagine it with a British couple.
Mm.
And I
In America.
in America. I'm just gonna dive right in if that's
Go for
okay,
it.
because I got no facts for you. I did not do my homework. I am not a huge fan of comedies. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
I like British comedies better because the dry wit and the dialogue carries it further for me. So I liked this movie much better than I liked War of the Roses because I didn't like War of the Roses at all because it was just too mean. And this was pretty darn mean, which there's a lot of pieces of it that I didn't like, but for somehow you say it in a British accent, or Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Coleman, who I adore, say it, and it's better. That said, I didn't love this movie. How about you?
So after watching this, I went back and rewatched War of the Roses because I remember really enjoying that one. And that one is far darker.
It's really mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll again, there's spoilers everywhere, but we'll be very honest. In the original, they both die at the end. This one, they don't. They reconcile.
No, they die at the end.
I thought they reconciled.
The house blows up.
Oh, that's right. They go to do the thing, and then the house blows up.
They do reconcile, and then the house blows
Okay,
up.
that's-
So
that's-
they also die in the end.
Yes,
Yes.
but that's what I meant is that
Oh, okay.
they came to a reconciliation as opposed to bitterly fighting to the end.
Yes, but in War of the Roses, in the original one, wasn't there a moment where they almost not reconciled, but like didn't want each other to die?
No,
Okay, I thought there was a moment where they didn't want each other to die just before they died.
he far more than her.
Okay.
In fact, the ending scene, very close to the end, is she's on the chandelier and
Yes.
he tries to save her. He ends up on the chandelier because of the way they both fall to the end.
Okay.
And they're both lying in all the glass and they're battered and bruised. And he goes to put his hand on her and she takes his hand and throws it off her.
Okay.
And then they die.
Okay, all right. So maybe he tried to help her and she not so much. All right, interesting.
So that was my only point is in this one, it's a little bit happier.
Yes.
They do reconcile. Then yes,
Yeah.
of course they die, but they reconcile.
Okay.
One of the things I'm not a fan of this movie. I love
Mhm.
Olivia. I love Benedict. Kate McKinnon. Every time she was on with her sexual obsession,
I don't
took-
like Kate McKinnon.
I like her.
I know.
Her character just took me out every time.
Yeah.
Like the
What is she
overly
doing
long
there?
humping hug.
Yeah.
It didn't Adam's character. I could understand. Kate's character just took
Andy
me out
Samberg?
every single. Sorry.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Andy
yeah.
Samberg.
Yeah, I liked him. I thought he was okay.
But her character took me out every time.
Yeah.
The film, I think, did a really good job of the build-up of the love of the two of them
Yes.
throughout before things fall apart. So that when things do fall apart, and it starts out gradual and then it just snowballs.
Yeah.
But so when that does happen, it is far more impactful. The original did not do as good a job of building up the relationship when they
Yeah.
focused more on their fighting. So I think that was a strength of this movie, is it really built up the relationship, so when it does fall apart, it is impactful and hurtful.
Yeah.
And it has more meaning.
The one thing I didn't care for is I didn't rewatch the original, but I remember it being pretty evenly, they were both terrible people.
Yes.
In this one, I felt like it was way overbalanced, that she was crazy and terrible. And he was needy, but a little less of a terrible person than she was. Like, just even in the beginning, 5 minutes in, she's like, oh, I'm going to have some raspberries, and you're going to have to EpiPen me so that I don't die. Like, that's not the behavior of a normal human being. And so throughout that, she's just a little bit too crazy and a little bit too mean and thoughtless, and it's all about her and the, histrionics and the drunken behavior and all of that kind of stuff. Yes, he's needy and he's thoughtless and all of these, and he's a little crazy with kids, but it seemed outbalanced, that I was rooting for him far more than I was rooting for her.
That is an imbalance in the film, and I will give you that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Her character is established as kind of a very inwardly focused person. She still loves other people. She does a lot for other people. She has great affection for other people, but she is very inwardly focused. So when she gets her stardom, all of that just becomes personified and magnified, and we see all of the intricacies of what that was already there, just blown up for everything.
And she just forgets everything and everyone and leaves everyone behind.
Yes.
Really. And with him, it's more, yes, I'm now obsessed with this thing, but it's almost that he is trying to fill a gap in his life, that work and his wife are not there anymore. So he's filling that gap with the house. So you almost understand his actions more so than hers, and I wanted it to be more balanced.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, and I get why, because if these two had communicated like a normal couple, this film would not work.
This would not be a movie. Yes, exactly.
But because they don't like, she does not recognize he just had this horrible loss. He's going to be going through some things, probably supporting him and not, while still accepting my fame and everything that's happening, but maybe not rubbing it in his face so much. That might not be a good thing for him emotionally at this moment. He also does not support necessarily her rise to fame, because he was the one that had it forever, and now he's super jealous of that, so he reacts against that. Or that might have been solved with a little communication.
Exactly, and I did try to examine the fact, like, okay, am I not liking her because she has gone into the working world and been successful and he's raising the kids? Like, is it a gender stereotype that's ingrained in me? And I'm like, no, go get a nanny. Like, you can both be successful in your jobs and both share your successes with each other, so.
Yeah, and, I mean, the movie does, he obviously puts a lot of that emotional energy into the children, and the children do accept it. I thought it almost went out of its way to show that the kids want this. They want all of this activity. They want to be the runners. He's not doing it to be mean or dictatorial to them. They are embracing this as a thing, and it almost went out of its way to show he's not being a bad dad.
Exactly. It went out of its way on his behalf several times, and I don't think it went out of its way on her quite enough.
Yeah.
All in all, again, I don't mind spending a couple of hours with Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Coleman. I thought it was funny dialogue, the Britishness of it. When they were in the therapist office, like, that gave me some chuckles of how they were talking about the wonderful things about each other, and they couldn't quite get there, but they were being very British about it. So it definitely had some moments of fun, but I don't think I'd recommend it.
Yeah, the imbalance of it, I think, is a big flaw. The moments where they're actually fighting and trying to hurt and be damaging to each other, those are quality moments of the film.
Yeah.
But those moments, that's maybe 10 minutes of the 15 at max of the entire 2 hours plus of the film. So either expand that like War of the Roses did and make more of that and lessen some other areas, or something. The film didn't have enough balance in any aspects to make it, I think, a very quality film. So no, honest review, I would not recommend this.
Same.
Okay.
Yep, same.
There you go. Big thumbs down, not recommend from the two of us for The Roses. There you go. Bye.